sambulere ai ko sainya na time au da mai na oro na alo mai madua ai to ale ahi na radio Fiji 1 nando moi binti
sambulere ka ndango sela sa kau au vatu tu mai bot kola au ta tinga tabua ondo mai boli tira singele wango na makete ondo tali ta kana barrongo na radio Fiji 1 ondo moi binti
yola binariki ayo na vango kelera mai utam ton mai na kono na lota mai yakite mai mpa do tali tangi ne na to mai binti na to monga ni be ya ya
Radio Fiji 1 nando moi viti.
Good evening, Fiji. In this bulletin, recruitment scam exposed. Kava business diversifies in response to COVID-19. And inmates deployed to cane farms.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Jackie Spate.
Police are investigating a complaint by the Fiji Roads Authority that certain people are offering non-existent jobs for the FRA in the Northern Division. FRA Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says the scammer has collected $3,000 so far on the pretext that applicants need to pay a fee before they can get a job with the authority. Those involved are telling people that the $150 fee is for personal protective equipment or PPE. Moore adds the FRA does not request money for any employment opportunities or for the PPE, and that all vacancies are advertised in the local daily and their website. Job seekers are urged to inquire first with the FRA should they have any suspicions about advertised positions. The collapse of the tourism industry has not only resulted in job losses but also hit businesses which support the sector. Fiji Kava is one of the many operators affected but is relying on innovative ideas to survive.
With hotel operations downsized, sales for Fiji Kava has declined.
Resorts had closed, including Nandi Airport. A considerable share of our business takes place with the tourists, obviously, who we target. So that has been one of the challenges.
George Kotambalavu says they continue to expand into the local market and sell to retail stores.
It's about making it convenient and easy for the customers to reach or buy our product. When they purchase their shopping at the end of the week or throughout the week, when they go into the supermarkets, yes, it's there on the shelf. If they go in to fill their vehicles for fuel or grabbing something from the service station, it's right there on the front counter. So that's something that we wanted to make easy for customers.
Fiji Kava has relied on its ability to innovate and finding new export opportunities.
Obviously, with the COVID-19 having to rebalance our figures, we've had to manage some costs throughout the business, but it's about working smarter, obviously avoiding the nice-to-haves and just making sure that we're able to look after our staff and continue with our business.
Fiji Kava says their export has had minimal impact as they had taken precautionary measures and established warehouses in countries they export to. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The majority of white goods imported into Fiji are unbranded and is not up to standard. Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar says large piles of rubbish by the roadside always contain fridges, washing machines and other electrical goods. Kumar adds poor quality electrical appliances are filling up the Namboro landfill. Kelly Vadhala reports.
While addressing waste separation within municipalities, the ministry has discovered white goods are thrown out with the rest of the household rubbish.
We are allowing anything and everything to come into Fiji, and we have got products coming in which are unbranded. So you buy a microwave which will last just a few months. So what do? You just throw them. So we've become a throwaway society. We just throw things because it's of no value. Initially the product looks cheap, so you will end up buying. But then once you want to get that product repaired, you will realize the cost of repair is far more higher than buying the product.
Minister Pramila Kumar says some municipal councils are sending all the waste collected to the landfill without a second thought.
If you analyze those materials that's put out on the roadside, you'll see mattresses, You will see fridge, microwave, broken buckets, etc., etc. There's a big pile of rubbish that you will see. Now, if you again further analyze that, there are parts that can be reused by individuals who are in repair business.
The Environment Ministry says it is visiting communities to address such issues.
It comes with a lot of awareness. We are strong on awareness. We're able to provide awareness where from your backyard you're able to sort out the green waste, the organic waste and the other waste that you have.
The ministry is looking for a company to properly manage waste rather than each municipality doing it on its own. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Inmates have been deployed to cane farming communities to assist in harvesting for the 2020 season. The Fiji Corrections Service has been providing labour to the sugar industry since 2016. Deputy Commissioner of Corrections, Senior Superintendent Apaku Kingura, says supporting this economy activity has been a win-win for farmers and the Fiji Sugar Corporation. Gura adds that despite the influx of machines, harvesting gangs are still in demand, especially for farms on hilly terrain. 126 inmates have been deployed into the Western Division and Northern Division to harvest cane for 132 farmers. The inmates who are paid for their work and have been sent to Rakiraki, Tavua, Ba, Lautoka, Nandi, Senganga and Lambasa. Up ahead, locals respond to resort specials and concerns over sales commission rates.
हमारा नाम ललित नारायण है। हम रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है। रेडियो फीजी का इसके लड़का।
जी हाँ, मैं ताबुआ शहर से बोल रहा हूँ। मेरा नाम शर्मा है। फिलहाल मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 हमेशा सुनता हूँ। जो रेडियो फीजी 2 देश का धड़कन।
मेरा नाम चंद्रा है। मैं रकेती से बात करती हूँ। आप के राम राम। मुझे रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत पसंद है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
The Love Your Locals campaign is quickly catching the attention of Fijians. This time, the Shangri-La Resort launching its Beach Beats and Eats event on the weekends. The idea was to engage local partners and put together an event that attracts guests and generates revenue to pay staff during these difficult times. Felipe Naikaso has more.
It's a 2-day extravaganza offering entertainment, food and fun activities for the whole family as the resort plans to make it a monthly event.
If the businesses is mostly closed, where are we heading to? Disaster, really. But we are talking about getting things going. We need to open up. We need to keep our economy going. We need to keep our family afloat, meaning staying alive and doing well.
With a number of activities planned during the week, the major draw card for the event has been the local artists.
We want to continue this even as long as it takes, all the way up to next year. And we will enhance it all the time as it goes.
Guests have also praised the event as they got a taste of why Fiji remains a popular tourist destination.
We come down for a nice weekend away, and it was my birthday, so
a nice family, yeah.
Good family weekend to get away for.
Really good. Yeah, it's better than what I was actually expecting.
Oh, it's been fantastic. This has actually been an opportunity for us to actually enjoy the resort's facilities.
In the lead up to the event, the resort received a number of bookings that saw occupancy at 20%. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Sales commissions charged by real estate agents continues to be an issue for regulators. Real Estate Agents Licensing Board Chair Dr. Abdul Hassan says they continue to receive complaints from buyers about high commission rates. Dr. Hassan says their team is monitoring all the registered agents. The board believes the commission needs to be regulated to help bring down house and land prices.
But unfortunately, it is not clearly stated in the Act at what rate of commission they should charge. So it's not regulated at the moment.
Fiji's rural population is dominated by the elderly and younger generation. Therefore, government intends to build a vibrant and stronger rural economy. Minister for Environment Dr. Mahendra Reddy says this can be achieved through developments such as the newly constructed footbridge in Vunimbau, Navua. Commissioning the bridge this week, Dr. Reddy says crossing the flooded creek will no longer be a barrier to 100 households and close to 500 villages. The minister in his remarks highlighted the importance of securing households and providing social security for sustainable livelihoods for rural communities. He adds such investments provide for much needed social cohesiveness. It links communities which are often demarcated by creeks and streams and harnesses the power for these communities, rightly befitting the definition of one nation. 46 women from Naitaasiri have proven they are capable of running a business despite the daily struggles of living in rural Fiji. The Naitaasiri Women in Dairy was established in 2016, has grown year on year, and those behind it have successfully implemented new projects. Their latest venture is farming mushrooms, which has proven quite profitable. Apinisa Wangarandovu with tonight's success story.
The Naitaasiri Women in Dairy got their big break after receiving funding from the Fiji Women's Fund, achieving one milestone after another.
The Fiji Women's Fund supported us in setting up the farm, and initially, before we started, we were sent to Lenga Nandi, where we took part in training for mushroom farming. We received our certificates from the training, and soon as we returned, we asked our secretary if we can try it out, and here we are.
From milk to mushrooms, these women's passion for their business is flourishing with support from their husbands.
We started off with dairy, but we have diversified to mushroom, and our aim is to assist women who are struggling. We want to ensure our children are sent to school and get the best education, and that is what keeps us going. We used to run the dairy business, but when we started mushroom farming, our husbands said they can handle dairy, so we can just focus on the mushroom farms.
More women have joined the business over 4 years, and they are all helping one another.
There's 46 of us, and the numbers keep growing. We are now focusing on mushroom farming because it's easy money. These women are from 6 villages in the province, and we meet every Monday and work on our farms. All the women are committed to the business because we have seen the benefit of it, and it has helped us a lot.
Takayawa says working in the sun may be tough, but the results are quite rewarding.
We purchase the spawn from Langa, and for marketing we use Facebook. Customers just place orders and we deliver to them. Roughly, if we plant 500 substracts, we will earn 3,000 from it.
While profits are shared, savings have always been prioritized.
When the money comes, we have to put aside 10% for the group saving. The remaining is then distributed to the members. They will decide what they use it on, but it's usually spent on family.
Takayawa says their main motivation has always been unity and care for one another.
We have our ups and downs, but we always stress to the members to talk about it. This way it helps us commit and continue working together. So I believe this has been a driving force for our business.
Takayawa and her colleagues were at the Gold FM Rock Market yesterday and sold over 40 packs of mushrooms at $10 a pack. This was their first time, but certainly won't be the last. Apinisa Wangarandovu, FBC News.
Up ahead in sports, new challenges for coaches and quiet year for athletics. This and more coming up.
Hola, my name is Charlotte. I'm from Navindami. We love listening to the FM.
My name is Koko. I'm from Nagaranga. I love Today FM because of latest hit music and Today FM rocks.
My name is Sulweti. I'm from Nagaranga. Today FM rocks.
The The Fiji Rugby Union coaching staff are looking forward to spending more time with the women's rugby players. Most of the FRU coaches are men and spend most of their time with the Flying Fijians, Fiji Sevens, Fiji Ndrua, National Under-20s and Fiji Latui. But that will change now since the Fiji Women's Academy is now up and running.
Most of our staff are so used to working with men, but it's very exciting for most of them now to work with women, putting in this first lot of women in a controlled environment.
Defending Super Rugby champions, the Crusaders mounted a brave second-half comeback to beat the Blues 26-15 last night. It was the Blues' first loss in Super Rugby Aotearoa, which means the Crusaders are the only unbeaten side in the competition. Resuming competitions is not the main priority at the moment for Athletics Fiji. Athletics was one of the 14 sports certified by government this week after meeting the requirements under the Safe Sports Fiji guidelines. While there was not much action earlier this year, and with a number of competitions being cancelled or postponed, Athletics Fiji Vice President Chochi Linga says they have to be mindful of the new norm.
Yes, see, with competitions, there are strict guidelines on the use of facilities, how both spectators and athletes and technical officials go into the facilities. We talk about clearing people before they go in to participate. All those are contained in our guidelines. So there is every area of competition, every area of the competition is covered under those guidelines.
Fiji Mbati duo Viliame Kikau and Apisai Koroisau both played pivotal roles for the Penrith Panthers in their 56-24 win over Cronulla Sharks yesterday. There were also wins for the Storm and Brisbane Broncos. Our football side is now fourth on the Vodafone Premier League table after beating Navua 5-3 yesterday. Bar now has 6 points from 2 matches and they have 3 more games to play to catch up with other teams. Some teams have played 5 games like Rewa, Lambasa and Navua. Suva, Lautoka, Nandi and Nasinu have featured 4 times in the VPL this season. Rewa is at the top of the table with 12 points. Suva is second with 8 points and Lautoka is third with 7 points. The men in black will play their third match on Wednesday at 7 p.m. against Lautoka at Churchill Park. England football star Raheem Sterling scored his third hat-trick of the season as Manchester City thrashed Brighton 5-0 this morning. The win ensures City will finish in second place in the Premier League. In weather, a high-pressure system to the far south of the group continues to direct a fresh to strong southeast wind flow over Fiji waters. Cloudy periods with brief showers were experienced over the eastern and interior parts of the larger islands, fine elsewhere. A quick look at the weather map. Looking at the west, fine weather lasted for the day with temperatures in the low 30s. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, mostly cloudy today with brief periods of rain throughout the day. And up north, brief showers in Savu, while Mombasa saw some showers. A strong wind warning remains in force for Fiji waters. Southeast winds 20 to 25 knots. Rough seas, moderate southeast swells, turning to the tides. High tide is at 12:23 tomorrow with low tide at 6:35 a.m. tomorrow. Sunrise is at 6:38. Now for tomorrow, expect cloudy periods with some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Fine elsewhere, cool at night, rough seas. And our further outlook, expect strong southeast winds averaging up to 50 kilometers an hour over land areas of southern and eastern parts of Vanua-Levu, Taveuni and nearby smaller islands, Lau and Lomaiviti group. Cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, mainly fine elsewhere, cool at night. And recapping the main stories for tonight, police investigate fake employment scheme in the north. Carver business diversifies due to COVID-19 and inmates help harvest cane. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question we're asking, should the COVID-19 curfew be kept until the end of the year? Visit our FBC website to answer. And remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News and our Twitter page at FBC_news. That's your news for tonight. Until tomorrow from the team and I, stay safe. Bye for now.
ko latila tarelau au daptu mana korbatu rong tawaran kinoelia bana santa kon robe totali takana barang wali bana Bula FM ira kena serap kena mutaka atau mata greden
Bula na aku dersi au baki ko lo toka au talita kana barang na Bula FM na banduan sere
Kalau minat ya teman betapuan berwarung na Bula FM na banduan sere
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.